Okay, today's Wednesday, August 26, 2020, and I'm going to be talking about Tonopah Divide Mining Company. Note that I have no registrations. Do your own research. I do own a few shares, but it's mainly just so I can get annual reports and such and notices, not really as much of an investment. I did try this a few times earlier today, but I made mistakes, so there was nothing on them, so I deleted it. So if by any chance you saw it and then wondered why no sound was coming through, but I finally think I got it working somewhat reasonable. All right, so basically, Tonopah Divide Mining Company, there's really not that much out there on it. I actually thought for a number of years that it was completely defunct. And it was only by finding an old email address that I was able to even actually get an annual report for it. I was actually surprised a few years ago I wrote away and got one, and then recently wrote away for another one. And yesterday in last night's mail, the 2018 annual report arrived. They do make mention that I guess they are making an effort in their annual report. They do make mention that they're trying to locate shareholders. Again, this was their letter from September 20th, 2019. And they even list an email address that shareholders who haven't heard from the company in years can write to so they can update their list. Basically, the company started early 1900s, 1912. It looks like they went through some sort of reorganization. Currently, there's 2.2 million shares outstanding. They actually do have mostly securities and cash on their balance sheet, about 634,000. They only have a few thousand in payables. So they report at the end of 2018, 625,000 in equity. And again, most of that's cash or about 300,000 in investment securities. Of that, 151,000 they list as mining claims. So again, most of their what they're holding is all in cash. Looking at the last few years, 2018, they actually had about 109,000 in revenue, 26,000 in expenses. After taxes, they actually had a $65,000 profit. Large parts of their revenue is all from royalty payment that's actually from here. Their property that's leased with what at the time was West Kirkland Mining, which has since been changed to West Vault Mining, and actually went through some sort of reverse stock split. Went through a 12-for-1. So this is actually the old symbol and price at 8 cents. But what's interesting and unfortunate, the reason why I was looking at this again, is that if you read this, you'll see that they had an option. They were going to be paid $75,000 for the royalties, going up to $200,000 starting in 2023 for a few years. And there was also going to be work on it for a number of years. Unfortunately, according to this, they terminated the lease October 2019, and they even wrote off the $750,000 or so that they had put into it. So basically, unless something else has gone on that's not showing up here, or doesn't show in their 2019 report, is that they're only going to have like 30 or 40,000 in oil and gas royalty and a little dividend income and nothing else. One good thing is that at least their operating expenses weren't over 30,000 in 2018. So even at that low levels, they should at least break even and even maybe make a few thousand. And maybe hopefully if gold prices go up enough, maybe somebody would come along, or West Vault Mining might come back along and restart work on the claim again. Basically, anyone buying this, I guess their book value with about 634,000 in equity. Oh no, 625,000 in equity with 2.2 million shares. It's around 30 cents a share. The stock doesn't trade that often. It has a wide bid-ask spread. So anybody looking to buy any shares would probably need to sit on the bid, and it would probably take weeks, if not months, before you could get any shares at a reasonable price or below book value. And then on top of that, basically you're going to be waiting around probably the better part of 5 or 10 years for gold prices to go up before it really starts any real prospect of doing anything. But again, the one good thing, as long as they keep running the company like this, they've got cash in the bank, they've got security investments. So the company should at least survive no matter what goes on. And if you're buying it below book value, at least there's something backing it up on the balance sheet. And I would view it more like as an indefinite call option on the price of gold in the future. The only problem is that it's rather difficult determining what, if any, value that would be, or how much gold would really have to go up before people would really start mining on it. That's all I have for the moment. And if at some point when I can get a copy of the 2019 report, or maybe if somebody else comes along and does something with it, I'll post an update. Good day and good luck.